Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJcity UK lab. Today we have a first look at some brand new cartridges from Ortofon. These are clearly aimed at fans of a certain other discontinued product, and they represent quite a departure in terms of design from what Ortofon have done before. So let's take a look. It's now been over 2 years since Ortofon redesigned their Concord line of cartridges, releasing the new Mark II versions of their whole range of direct tone arm mount carts. For the record, my preferred version of those is still the red digital version, which is simply a superb all-round performer, although other DJs do have different favourites. Their headshell mounting line, however, received only a fairly cursory update, and whilst there's nothing actually wrong with that, I was surprised that the company hadn't done something more dramatic in that area. Well, now they have. This is the brand new VNL, which I'm assuming is pronounced vinyl. Not the most exciting name, but that's largely irrelevant. And whilst Ortofon will surely never admit it publicly, this cart is clearly aimed at users of M447s, who have found themselves scrabbling to find either original or quality third-party styling for that cartridge since it was discontinued by Shure in 2018. All of the marketing for the vinyl talks about turntablists and portabilists, many of whom either need or just prefer headshell mount carts, and the vinyl has obviously been created with cutting in mind. The body shape of the cart is reminiscent of the squared off blocky design of the 44-7, which is quite a departure from Ortofon's usual sleek aesthetic. The specs are quite different though. Ortofon have certainly not gone for a straight 44-7 clone here. Frequency response is 20Hz to 20 kHz, which matches the Shure, but the output is lower at 6 mV. That's not only lower than the M44 at 9.5, but also Ortofon's own Concord Scratch, which pumps out a whopping 10 mV. I'll be interested to see what impact that has in both DVS and regular vinyl usage. The vinyl is designed to track best at 4 grams, slightly higher than the Shure's, but that fits in with the direction Ortofon have taken in recent years, which seems to assume that most DJs will habitually overweight their carts, and therefore carts should be spec'd to run with that in mind. I still absolutely recommend using a cheap Stylist pressure gauge, whatever carts you run. Where the vinyl gets really interesting is how it's currently being sold here at the end of 2020. It's available in an introductory pack with a street price of around $99 per cart, but with that you get not one but 3 styli included, all 3 of which have different compliance specs. The compliance determines how stiff the stylus feels when you're scratching or back cueing, and the 44-7s were very flexible in that regard at 20 micrometers. The 3 styli included with the vinyl break down as follows. There's vinyl 1, 16 micrometers, flexible, vinyl 2, 15 micrometers, rigid, and vinyl 3, 14 micrometers, firm. So what you're getting with the introductory pack is the chance to try out all 3 varieties of the stylus and determine which of the options works best for you. So when you come to pick up replacements in future, you'll know which one to go for. I've only spent a short time with the vinyl so far, certainly not enough to fully test all 3 needles, but my experiences with the number 2 stylus have been really impressive. Out of the box, tracking ability is excellent, even before a break-in period, and the sound quality seems great too, with a well-rounded profile. I have one criticism at this time: the supplied stylus guards just don't hold on very tightly at all. They're fine when sitting on your decks, but if you use them in a cartridge case when travelling, there's a good chance they'll fall off by the time you reach your destination. So I'd like to see a running change from Ortofon on those, either make them tighter or add some extra tabs or something like that. But as for the carts themselves, I have 0 complaints so far. Whether the vinyl will be the cart which finally convinces diehard 44-7 users to switch, only time will tell, but I'll be bringing you a full long-term review early next year to let you know my conclusions. While I have you here, I have a quick bonus review for you, one which is long overdue. A while back I reviewed the Smokin Shells SS01, high polished head shells which were available custom engraved with your logo. At $55 each they were a functional if somewhat extravagant option. But what if that was not quite extravagant enough for you? Well, now the company are producing the SS01G in gold. These are not the same as the generic gold head shells you find coming in from China. These are 24 karat laser gold plated in the US with the same process as done for NASA satellite components and the Oscars. It's a stunning finish when you see it in person, and the custom laser engraved logos really pop against the gold. Performance is spot on. It's a head shell of the standard Technics 1200 design, so there's not a lot to go wrong. Pricing is almost in the if you have to ask you can't afford it category at $170 each, although at the time of making this video they have a sale on, so they're $155 each. Is that a crazy price for a head shell? Perhaps. but my perspective is this: both the product and the finish should last you a lifetime, and lots of people spend fortunes on gold jewellery and the like, which serves no functional purpose at all. So if you can afford it and you want to add the ultimate bling to your tone arms, I say go for it, absolutely. And as the going rate for a genuine Technics gold head shell on eBay appears to be $400 at the moment, you could almost consider the Smokin shells a bargain by comparison. So there you go, a first look at the vinyl from Ortofon. The name is pretty dumb, but I like the concept. I like the product so far. I've only had a short chance to play with it, not that long up to now. I'll be spending a lot of time with these, 3 different needles to test. If you want to get on board with the project now, you're getting a cartridge and 3 needles in the pack right now. I really would be surprised if 1 or 2 of these needles that come with it turn out to be no good at all. I'm sure people will have a preference, but so fundamentally right now you're getting a cart and 3 needles for the price of a cart and a needle. So I think it's a really good value proposition. I'll be spending lots more time with them. Full review will be coming at some point in early 2021. Thanks for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks and product reviews. I'll see you soon.